Blessed love, family, wholeness and balance. Hope you are having a beautiful day. It is a gorgeous day. Long day in the garden. Wrapping up the season. It's always busiest at the beginning of the season and the end of the season. Because at the beginning of the season you're getting the gardens going, and the end of the season you're shutting them down. You're bringing in the harvesting herbs. So having fun with that though. This time of year is always so nice, the fall. And excited about my new Nama juicer. I also got finally some lifetime enzymes from Puridyme, Blue Corona, and he does some amazing things with these. He does this electricity test. It's basically a prana test where he's got a light bulb connected up to the diodes, and he puts it in like his lemon ginger blast juice, and it lights up. And then he puts it into oatmeal, and oatmeal doesn't light up. Then he puts the enzymes into the oatmeal, and it lights up. And so the whole thing about enzymes, your body has to excrete enzymes to break down food unless you're eating raw foods. But even if you're eating raw foods, a lot of our foods are enzyme and nutrient and mineral depleted because of depleted soils, because of being picked early. All that stuff is effervescing into the air as time goes on. So getting wild, fresh, or homegrown food is best, but even then, good to work in these and working on your soil, to do so. But then working in these lifezymes so it can break down your food for you, so you have more prana for yourself, and so that it creates prana in the body, and you can keep your enzymes, because they do all the metabolic cleanup and stuff that happens when you're fasting, or even when you're trying to digest some food or even juice. So good to work those in. I'm about to break my usual 23-hour day dry fast. Got some cantaloupe juice, kind of takes some of my lifetime enzymes. Got my Purium Power Shake with all those 6 superfood salads worth of green juice, spirulina and grass juices, and all that kind of alfalfa juice. Got ionic elements, so this is all nice electric food with tonic herbs. Got my goji berry tea in there, and then a matcha vanilla kombucha with reishi, chaga, and turkey tail. So I'm taking my adaptogens and all my electric foods. And I wanted to make a quick note about this book I've been reading on subtle energy anatomy. Here comes Sebastian. Say hi, Sebastian. And it was talking about Ayurveda, and I've been studying Ayurveda for years, and it's a very complex science, but it's also infinitely simple. And what I really liked from the book was a simple breakdown of how all disease starts with indigestion. And we all have different dosha types. There's kapha, which is earth and water. There's pitta, which is fire. And there's vata, which is air. And every person has a mixture of the 3 doshas. Very few people have an even balance of all 3 doshas. Usually you have a predominance of one dosha type. And you usually eat to the imbalance of your own dosha type. And I can tell you in my own experience as basically pitta predominance dosha type, I was eating all kinds of, this was 2000, this was up until 2010, all kinds of, meat and wheat and cheese and beer and coffee and, McDonald's and all that kind of stuff that's like super acidic, and that's fire on top of fire, and so that vitiated and imbalanced my dosha type. And working with cooling raw foods and fasting and enzyme-rich foods that clean up that accumulation and amalgamation of plaquing and mucus and things that gum up the works of your system. And that's when I started to have my healing and started to move more towards prana. Of course, I was already working with sun gazing and meditation, and starting to work with grounding and everything when I made that transition. So it was supercharged transformation for me, and it was one of the most beautiful times of my life. I was like super grateful for that time, and to still be, you know, passionate about that vibration of living. But moving more towards prana, I was listening to my good friend Jerome Shaw and Eli Tom today, Eli Tom Alamin, my teacher, and they were talking about Taoism and a stanza of the Tao where they're talking about how, you know, it's the spokes that hold the wheel together, but the hub that the wheel rotates around. And you make a pot, and it's the emptiness in the pot or the cup that makes the thing useful. And that really, you know, there's this likening to the pranic path of emptying yourself, both physically and psychically. So when you're fasting and you're meditating and you're clearing out your consciousness and you're clearing out your digestion and you're letting out the accumulated ama to be metabolized back into your body, then your body becomes more efficient and the light starts to come in. So just wanted to share a little bit about that with respect, and that's why juicing is so powerful, is because you're getting, you know, hydration with H3O2, hydrogen-rich water, which builds the exclusion zone water around your cells. It increases the charge, as well as you are, you know, working with dense micronutrient. So you're washing the cells and you're filling them with micronutrient, which makes them more electric. And then your body starts to acclimate to and attenuate to prana and to more electricity, because you're an electrical being. You know, no matter what you eat, the food has some prana in it. But there's levels to that shit, you know. So anyway, just wanted to share about that. Hope you got something from it. Sebastian says hi. Hi. Have a beautiful day, family. Be well.